Hello and welcome to News Update on Acnn TV. Christians have been charged to intensify more efforts at spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ to the nooks and crannies of the world so that more souls will forsake their evil ways. Bishop of Igbomina Anglican Diocese, Right Reverend Emmanuel Adekola, made the appeal during his 5th enthronement Thanksgiving service at Christ Anglican Church, Ijomoro, Irepodu, local government of Kwara State. Right Reverend Adekola, who is the second and current bishop of the diocese that was created 23 years ago, noted that missionary is part of church activities, hence the need for every member to evangelize, while noting that charity is part of missionary. Bishop Adekola called on the church, Nigerian government, non-governmental organizations and individuals to come to the aid of the people affected by flood. He stressed that he had been enjoying divine and people's support in the past 5 years of his episcopacy at the Diocese of Igbomina, further solicited for more cooperation from the sons and daughters of the diocese to move the works of the Lord to greater heights. An Anglican cleric, Acnn, has called on women not to abandon their homes to get peanuts abroad in search for greener pastures. Nwofo, vicar in charge of the Church of the Pentecost, Oka Anglican Communion, made the call during a sermon titled Walking the Talk, said that most women in professional fields like medicine and nursing now abandon their marriages without agreements with their husbands to travel to Canada and other Western nations in search of money. Nwofo said that such acts can break up marriages and scatter the orderliness that should be in homes, thereby making the children vulnerable. The vicar said that such acts have led to a life of adultery amongst the couples involved, the children indulging in acts of incest and turning into lesbians and homosexuals, amongst other ills. Nwofo said that as Christians who confess with their mouth, they should walk the talk at all times and places and in all circumstances. He said that God raised the marriage institution to build a godly society where parents in agreement build a healthy home that will produce a sane society. He admonished parents to be guided by God's work to walk the talk as commanded by the word of God. Nwofo urged youths to respect their parents and carry out their directives as recorded in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, verses 1 to 3. The Christian Association of Acnn has demanded an investigation into the recent assassination attempt on the General Overseer of Omega Fire Ministry International, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, and the killings of his aides. As the association said, government should see the incident as a sign of the nation's wobbling security system, asking them to act quickly towards addressing the situation. The Acnn president, Archbishop Daniel Oko, made the recommendations in Abuja, saying, and I quote, "We consider it as a disturbing development and another attempt by evildoers to cause mayhem, not only in Edo State, but also in the nation as a whole." End of quote. While commiserating with the Omega Fire Ministry International and the family of those who lost their relatives in the ugly incident, the national leadership of Acnn called for a full-scale investigation into the dastardly act that claimed several innocent lives, adding that all hands must be on deck to uncover the identities of those involved in this scandalous crime, bringing them to book. Acnn, while appealing to churches and by extension all Nigerians to be vigilant and alert security agencies of any suspicious movements in their vicinities, praying for lasting peace and security in the country. Meanwhile, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has condemned the gunman attack on the president of the Omega Fire Ministry, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, condemning the act. Obi said the recent attack underscores the level of insecurity in our nation, saying ugly acts like these are reported from different parts of the country on a daily basis, and it is saddening, adding that the high level of insecurity that has continued to plague our nation has continued to clog up the nation's wheel of progress. calling on the security agencies to fish out the perpetrators of this evil act. Peter Obi, while mourning those who lost their lives in the accident, restated his commitment to the fight against insecurity being his first priority in governance when voted into power. Ahead of 2023 general elections, the youth wing of the Christian Association of Nigeria, in its global peace-building campaign, has declared war against what it tagged political department of propaganda being orchestrated by political actors. The group urged Nigerians not to lose focus of the peace pursuit of rescuing Nigeria from the current economic and security dilemma, supporting any contender with bold idea of national interest. The youths, led by their national chairman, Ambassador Bolusochukwu Nweri, supported by his Delta State chairman, Pastor Jeffrey Ogenovo, and coordinators of the association across the 25 council areas of the state at the CAN Secretariat in Asaba, said everything will be done to prevent Christian youths from being discouraged and recruited into such department to score chief victory by politicians in the 2023 polls. The national chairman, who decried the use and dump syndrome by politicians after elections, maintained that never will the youth allow their future to be mortgaged. One Christian youths who have been appointed into Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter or Instagram departments for the erroneous duty of being propaganda machines to desist from campaigns of calumny on the spread of fake news, hate speeches, forgery, bribery and corruption to further compound the problems in Nigeria. He charged Christian youths to participate actively in the forthcoming elections, but with their eyes fully opened, if good governance must be ensured. And that's all we can take for now. Please join us at 3 p.m. West Africa time for the news on the hour. I am Rachel Ebunu.